What's up, guys? How are you? Good. Welcome back to my channel. This is Paul, the plant parent, with video on some of my Tradescantia varieties that I have growing in acrylic yarn. I grow a lot of these plants in water culture, of course, like everything else that I grow, but I have noticed the survival rate, longevity, growing them long term, and their growth rate is better, I guess you could say, when I grow them in acrylic yarn. Water culture is fine, but growing in soil in particular, even semi-hydro, I eventually get problems with Tradescantia. I know, everyone's like, they're the easiest plant to grow, but still, that's me, okay? Sorry. But I just want to show you what I've been doing with these in acrylic yarn. And we'll start with the oldest first. This is the Tradescantia Baby Bunny Bellies. Chrysophila is the Latin name for it. This one has been growing in yarn for a very long time, but I keep taking cuttings because it gets completely unruly and grows like crazy. If you remember, if any of you have watched far back, maybe it was a year or two ago, I did a video of this plant in an outside planter, and it was growing outside of the pot all the way onto the ground, and I grabbed the whole thing, brought it in for the winter, and I had to snip it up and planted it right into yarn. It did phenomenally well, so I took more cuttings from it, from the yarn, and and here we are. So it does really well, and you can probably see some of those roots in there. You can see them in there. Let me see if I can get it to brighten up a little bit. Yeah, okay. Anyway, grows very well in acrylic yarn. Okay, next up we have a Tradescantia Zebrina. This is the common one. It is burgundy colored, and what this was a piece from a quadricolor, I believe, that started to revert. So you can see it reverted to a normal Zebrina, and I took the cutting and I put it into yarn, and you can see somewhere, where are the roots? There they are. They're growing all over the place in there. Okay, you see them at the bottom. And then I noticed one branch sprouted with variegation again. A little bit of variegation, but variegation nonetheless. So I am going to be cutting this off of this mother cutting and trying to restart another quadricolor. I have the mother plants of the quadricolor, but I want to see if this one will maintain a lot of the variegation that it should have. Again, this is Zebrina, Tradescantia Zebrina, doing just fine in acrylic yarn medium. Next up, we have what people commonly know as Tradescantia Red Hill, which is Blasphaliana or Ceranthoides. That's what the names that they go by, the Latin names. This was a cutting I had taken from a plant because it was starting to go downhill. Red Hill was going downhill in soil. So, of course, in acrylic yarn, it's doing just fine. The cutting has roots all over the place, and I just watered it so you can see this is half full with water. But this plant is doing phenomenally well, as I knew it would in acrylic yarn medium. Easy plant. Next up, we have a variety of the Blasphaliana. This is a variegated variety, and it looks almost like a lilac or a nanook, but it's not. It's furry, and it's just like the Red Hill, except it's variegated. And I don't see these offered very often. That's why I saw it and I snatched it, and it was a little more pricey, but I'm definitely going to make cuttings of this and share them with the world because I think more people should have this one. It's really pretty, it's really sturdy, and if you want to try growing it in acrylic yarn, by all means, because they love it. All right, so that's that one. And last but not least, because I don't have a lot of memory on this thing, here is a Tradescantia Fluminensis. The name of this variety is Sanna, S-A-N-N-A, I believe. It's a really pretty, almost smaller leaved variety that has white streaks, white variegation. It's almost like the Quicksilver, except smaller leaved. The Quicksilver has longer, more lanceolate leaves. These are smaller. This one was obviously starting to decline a little bit. I lost some of the middle plants when it was in the pot with soil when I got it. Especially if I don't transfer them right away, I start to lose pieces of them. I don't know why that is. Maybe my environment's too dry. I'm not sure. But anyway, Cleaned up the roots, put it into some acrylic yarn medium in a self-watering planter that I got off of Amazon. And as you can see, the plant is thriving. It's going well and it's growing nicely. We have some new sprouts growing in the middle here. And yeah, they do very, very well. Yeah, those are some of my Tradescantias, at least the ones that I currently have in acrylic yarn. And just an FYI, I don't really fertilize these guys very often. As long as they get bright light, I use LEDs for most of these. Bright LED light, close to the light, they grow really fast. And if you were to fertilize them, they'd probably get a little too out of control. So every once in a while, I'll give them some feed, but it's not like I fertilize them with every watering. Yeah. So if you have any questions on any of these Tradescantia, on Tradescantia in general, on my unconventional growing method of using acrylic yarn medium, please reach out and we will discuss. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to be notified. And I will see you in the next video.